and sneak his way through Lollipop. And as I said, like, Lollipop takes a lot of very aggressive stances when he goes pushing into mid, and he's going to try and re-peek and actually find a trade here, but no one really spotted just yet.
Oh, early kill though for the T side. That's a fantastic start, especially with so much time remaining. Now MDS gonna go for the peek in towards middle, gets the first and spots out at least 2 more players coming, but the smokes that come in towards CT side. He doesn't have the backup there. He's all alone, but he gets 2 more kills. The pushing from CT helps out as well, and MDS will eventually fall, but it's looking all good, all green here for the side of Nemiga.
Flip, someone we could definitely, well, hope to almost bring them back in this round. A talented individual, and is going to find and isolate the first pick. They're lining up for him, but the clock is unkind.
Towards long, I believe. There's going to be a lot of presence. Magic comes in first, and Box is able to get the kill, so maybe a trade up into the AK if they can recover. The Lollipops backed away. Now the pressure for the T side of forZe is coming in towards middle, and look at Jo, this position he's in. Oh, I think he might have just been hurt off of this, and he does fall. kenzie gets the kill, capitalized off of the save.
Why has he done that? That was such a risky play. It's Nemiga all over, and MDS, well, he's not going to stop the party. Looking to try and push straight back into the tunnels, and kenzie has dominated, leaving the rotation to come back in. Lollipop does end up with a rifle, and these are the positions this man can do damage. They actually walk out with grenades in hand, and Lollipop's going to get a freebie. The cross continues as the smoke has fallen, but with one player so desperately low, Zorte needs to hold the line, and he will. It's left all onto Box. 1 versus 2, and he actually gets the first through the edge of the smoke. kenzie is also only on 9 HP, but does he realize where he's gone? Not quite. kenzie will clutch things and give forZe the move, playing a bit of a rotational role. He's got to be careful, though, because they're quite far out mid. He might not expect them to be this close, but actually, he does manage to get the kill onto Jerry. For an SMG, that's not an awful trade, and Box is already flanking through mid. They need to get into this site and might not realize that there's 2 players ready and waiting. Easy cleanup for Jo. Flit nowhere to be seen, and more importantly, only has 17 HP to try and win this clutch.
I mean, you saw the chaos out of forZe right when Box got around behind them in towards middle. I mean, the fact that Lollipop got that first kill, I really didn't expect it, considering how the round was.
I want to see why he's been picked up into forZe, and wow, an aggressive push out. kenzie is hid behind the smoke blind, but actually still gets away with it, and they're going to continue this push. He's just going to ruin their day. I'll drop the bomb, maybe cause some havoc. Jo just lurking around the edge of the smoke as they start to wrap in. Lollipop's already gone, and he basically has to slaughter everyone. A nice attempt from MDS, but ultimately
are just going to pull players from forZe that they see that have potential. In the meantime, we do see the push coming in towards B. MDS gets the 1, immediately pushes straight into the smoke, eventually going to be finished off, however. But down to a 3-on-3. Jo with the AK trying to get a little bit more done. He does take Flit down, so now they have the pressure coming in from tunnel with 3 players. They have another gun rescued. kenzie, the chance, the young star for the team, potentially to come off here, and he only gets the 1. And Nemiga got to get the retake here with really not much invested into that round.
Yeah, this is one of the frustrating things about Nemiga. It's frustrating and good at the same time. Like, they do very well in these sort of rounds. So it's almost like we talk about the economy game of a couple of rounds extra, but at least we now do see the AWP, which I believe is the first time it's actually come in on their side of things. And Speedak, well, he's going to meet it firsthand.
Nice little kill, too. Speedak that far pushed up. They really puts, well, now Box, and even you saw Lollipop there in a position where they have to gain information or back away, and Box is going to be doing just that. Backs into CT spawn just for a second. Mazur says hello with a nice little shot, and a very clean round coming in for the T side here for forZe, and they do get the final kill, not losing a single.
You got 6K. I'm not sure what he's planning on buying in the next round. Maybe an auto sniper with grenades. Maybe that'll be something that he can spend that on, but either that or he's going to drop a couple. How is this going well?
The only downside for them is that there's no guns actually recovered from those 2 kills they did get. forZe now looking to push in towards the A side, and yeah, Nemiga without the weaponry, it's really hard to defend this. But MDS is going to try. He gets the first with the Deagle, looking for number 2. And I like how he's retreating away as well, buying him the chance to have his teammate a Box to assist him, and down to the 1-on-1. How would this have happened? And he gets the shot, he gets the kill. What?
Good idea. That's not a good plan.
Oh, kenzie. Great little timing on the push, but not a great retreat, unfortunately, for them as MDS falls. kenzie should never have escaped with that free kill. It's going to be at least returned on.
What?
Box to get it. I'm not...
Sometimes I want to, like, hit my desk with frustration, but other times it's like, wow, I don't know how that worked, but you made it work.
Hey, it doesn't work when I try it.
This
So that's not
position
fair.
is used so often, and his headshot's just clean, giving them a man advantage once again. Mesa played this position before. Now he's going to look for the anti-flash, so it should give him a freebie kill. And interesting, sending the AWP in first. That's a new one. I would normally suggest
The op and be able to have it to the next round, and forZe will be able to tie things back up at 6 apiece. But again, I'm worried about the money on the Nemiga hands at the moment.
Again, we look at someone like Lollipop having to try and get very aggressive, and it seems like they're ready for this. No flash almost catches them off guard. And in fact, the 2-for-2 trade, when you've got mostly...
And forZe, they should be able to get the bomb down, at a minimum.
God, why? Why'd you go such an open angle? Oh, that's a really big risk, and they're not watching the ramp. forZe, what is going on in these rounds? It's like they just fall asleep. Zorte, I want to see what this AWP can do. That's a crazy flick, but he took a lot of damage, and he can't fight back through the Molotov. This round's over. There's nothing he could do about this. Just has to save the AWP, and I guess he was hoping there was still someone towards long, but... SpeedX's not had the greatest of games. I think Zorte, when he's had the chance, has been winning that AWP battle, but as I mention it, he dies. So you're welcome, Nemiga. I'm here all week.
Commentator curse. I thought I had it, but it's good to know it's still around inside of you at the moment.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the one player they had towards long, trying to peek for some information. They get, well, the information that Lollipop's there and get him down to 16 HP, but now he has the op in hand, and MDS is playing an angle that we've seen used many times at Nemiga towards the B site, get a kill. It's down to the last 2 out of 4s. SpeedX, Lollipop going to be holding the push. Nice little flashbang comes in, but then SpeedX's going to be there for the first kill, and the second one surely going to follow. And now 8-6 goes without looking. I'm not sure if I... Yeah, anyways, B push coming in for Nemiga. It's going to be there waiting. Gets the first 2. Got 3 more to find, but he just has assistance of a teammate, and that's going to be Jerry there to help him out. And they do shut down this push as quickly as it started until Box and MDS chime in. Now down to the 3-on-2. Flank coming in out of Zorte from middle, so maybe he'll go down towards tunnels. But the bomb has been planted at a minimum, so this is not a bad start here for Nemiga.
It's unlikely, especially in a pistol round, but it is workable. MDS would have to start hitting some shots, and all right, Zorte, and I know that you're like keen to prove yourself, but you didn't have to kill your teammate along the way. They got themselves the victory in the pistol round, but as we know, bomb plant, a few kills, Counter-Strike pretty much equals a force buy, and well, I'd be more shocked as the classic like Nemiga round though. They've gone, no one's gone for an SMG. They've gone all rifles, and they have 2 grenades total. A single flashbang, which they've already thrown, and now 1 smoke. Now this is gonna have to be a worldie of a smoke, but it looks like MDS is actually gonna catch out Jerry. Aggression that might not have necessarily been needed. Tried to take a leaf out of Box's book, and I feel like only Box can do Box things. No one else can try and pull that off. Flit looking like he's tempted to repeat and actually catches Jo as well. So the CT side doing a pretty decent job, but with this man still standing, I do worry a little bit for forZe.
Well, it's the men Zorte hidden away on site. Lollipop gonna expect it, but it's not gonna matter. A good flashbang comes in as well to allow Zorte to reposition potentially, but Box comes in with another. Mazur is able to shut down the first and the second as well, and they do get a relatively clean round. I'm really digging the UI we have here by Fantasy Expo. It's really clean.
That's nice. I dig it. It makes my job easier.
Anything that makes our jobs easier, we're gonna be very happy about.
Flit. He looks like he wants to go for another repeat, and well, Lollipop not bothered. Just gonna go for the face. Hasn't had the greatest of games thus far, but it's one of those things that I feel like is an inevitable case in Counter-Strike. If Lollipop is playing, he's eventually going to step up and take over a round. And this might just be it. Already garnering a couple of kills. Make that a 3rd, even though he's only on 8 HP. Finally, he'll be put down, but it might be too little too late. A B-site after plant, an AWP, an AUG, both expensive.
Themselves a 10th round on the board, basically off the back of Lollipop. But they still have that op on their side for SpeedX, and we haven't really seen the head-to-head.
Well, they lost, by the way, but he dropped 33 kills.
Was it Daigo had broken fingers just over at a Capcom tournament for, I want to say it was Street Fighter, for fighting game, and he won as well. I can take one for the team. Well, you say that. Go ahead.
I'm going to move on. It's a B
Damn.
side after plant. A lot more faith in the Nemiga's T side than I do their CT side, mainly because their CT side is played like a T side, which I would not necessarily recommend if you
That's
are.
fair.
Look, that would be fun, but also awful. Kenzie, good position. Are they going to check it? No, they're not. So very, very easy kills for him. Even going to switch over to an AK. Jo, he was meant to be the lurk. He was meant to cut off the rotation.
He's
still
hurt.
gonna try, but okay, interesting. I just decided to run.
Expect Mazur to be out towards short, who actually heard him run out towards middle, so Zorte just swung around and got the clean kill. But yeah, definitely agree. A little bit odd, and Jerry, nice little shot there. Does take Speedak down, and forZe is going to close out the round, only losing one player. But yeah, that position in B. How many times have we seen it work out so well for either of these two teams now? Just holding off towards the side. Usually, we saw it, I think it was at an MDS back, though. There's a smoke to help cover him off. Good flashbang as well. They could eventually rush him down if they wanted to. A box would come around the smoke, catches him on the wide swing, and gets the kill as well. I believe even Jo got one at the same time. I think that was over in towards middle. At least CT side of mid. And this is a very clean take. You're not losing a single player. Great
having a slower rotation because of it seemed like a pretty tough risk, especially when I think if you're...
They do have a big emphasis on towards middle, however, and Box is going to catch out Mazur just on the edge of the smoke. Early round, even a nade on Zorte as well to force him back. Jerry's going to go for the peek, and hey, maybe all he needs is that pistol as he gets the first kill. He's not able to capitalize on...
Bells going off in his head. He needs a minimum of 2 kills here. It's a tough task, but the first one goes his way. The flashbang is perfect, though. Absolute... Oh, it's a team flash. Never mind. The flashbang was perfect for the tease, but as bad as it could have gone. Nice shot from Zorte, though. Actually brings us into a 2v2 situation. It shouldn't really have been workable, but the bits of aggression coming out from the AWPer have left it all onto one man, and he has a good idea where MDS is going to be. Lurking around the edge of the smoke, the CT side, wait for it to fade before the push begins. No utility to try and clear him out, but it seems like they might have got this a little bit wrong. He snuck back towards the site, takes the first kill, and look how low Zorte is. He knows he just has to survive in this corner, delay, so the AWPer can't get absolutely anything done, but he lands the shot anyway, and he has a kit. He's got this comfortably. Well, actually, for both teams, economy really on the brink. The loss of this round will put one of them in the dirt, but it seems like Zorte might have just gained some confidence. Again, someone looking to break in for the scene.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, and he's got an incendiary. He's going to have to force Box out, but of course he lands the headshot. 4 HP, even manages to get past Zorte, who's now looking to push. This is going to be a battle for T-spawn at this rate.
The good old choke point of T-spawn on Dust 2.
The classic.
MDS not left alone against 4. And this should be too tough for him to win, to be honest.
Can he retake his spawn?
Well, the bomb is down. And there we go. Jerry closed it out. What aggression.
His gaze pretty quickly. Now, in terms of utility, they don't actually have anything to stop this push. And Box, there you go. They set him up. The bait and switch. The pistol jumps across, and then the rifle finds the frag. Now, even an after-plant situation here is fantastic. It gives everybody extra money for the next round and potentially even gives Box a chance to buy another rifle. The next question is, can they actually win this round? And Box, he's actually going to re-aggress. I don't know if he's been spotted. Evidently not. And a trade there is really not too bad.
Well, Tom, we forgot. Nemiga, they have pistols. It isn't a full buy, which means it's their best buy, as they now are looking to defend the bomb a little bit longer. Mazur takes a lot of damage towards long. You see Flint trying to push in, trying to hit these shots, but Lollipop's going to shut him down. Zorte comes in for long, though, and gets a nice little 2-piece. Now it's down to, well, Speedak alone. Bomb being defused, peeks around the corner, gets the kill as well, gets him off the bomb, and there's going to be no time to defuse. Nemiga, off the back of Box's AK, take the round.
There should be no way that Kenzie expects someone to be this close. This might even be a bit of a jump scare for him. And, well, surprise. Managed to get right through. Jerry is going to try and flank the team quite quickly, but you can note that Speedak is just holding the angle in towards the tunnels. Should be a very easy kill, although...
So no gyms. Only the markets are open to buy food. You can't get a haircut. And I was wondering going into this day, Tom, it's like, oh... I was assuming it was the back of your head. I was like, That's not nearly as gross as it could be, as the Mazer picks up a gross 2K towards long. Flashed up completely. SpeedX going to return, but still the damage has been done. And Lollipop in the meantime, he gets the first, but there's no way he should be able to get a second. Instead, he's going to escape with his life as Jerry, I believe it was Jerry, was just waiting around the side. No, sorry, it was Flip. Now Jerry's actually be the one to push in. Easy kill into Lollipop. But the second, not going to be so easy. SpeedX again.
Bold. I seen him. He spotted the head. Can he actually get the kill?
What?
Yes, he can. That's the freebie.
Where was
and
Flip
now,
looking?
It's only going to be onto one man. They know where he is. It doesn't matter. SpeedX is going to clean up the round. A solid November, and they haven't played a single match on it since. So, looking to get into the swing of things on Overpass, I guess. MDS already going to break things open on long, and now Mazer. Okay, well, why did his teammate peek and he fell back? I feel like it's either you both fall back or you both peek. One guy one way, one guy the other way makes zero sense at all.
I want to say miscommunication, because I've seen a couple of times now where they like double smoke mid to cross to B, which you obviously wouldn't do because you need to save as many smokes as possible here on the CT side. So I think it has to be coming down to like miscommunication, or maybe them not being on the same page of what they wanted to do. But speaking of peak, and Mazer's eventually going to do it, though, as he pushes up towards longs and have so many players to find. And he catches 3 and the 4th. What just happened on Mazer?
Swing back. SpeedX. Oh, there shouldn't be a way he gets away with anything here, and no, he won't. Amazing.
You're right. Like, the amount of times we've seen in this series as well, players pushing into someone who's playing anti-flash. It has to be so frustrating, but J.O.'s able to get the one, and Mazer looking for a repeat of last round. He gets the first 2. They almost shuts down this entire push by himself yet again, keeping forZe in this game as Flick connects with AWP, and this game is not over just yet. Looking like we're going to see forZe hit up to 14. And the money for Nemiga. Tom, we could be having overtime in our very first match of the day.
Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised, although chances are we're going to see some pistols in the next round. Our Mazer has not let go of his W key for the last, 30, 40 seconds. Just running around, taking fights, and Jerry on the AWP, not something I thought I'd be saying today.